What if the one thing that you've been told is critical for business growth is actually the very thing that is holding you back from God's best for you? See, I get it. I used to think the secret to growing my business was showing up at every single event, shaking every hand, and collecting a mountain of business cards. I did exactly what all the gurus said to do. I hustled. I sent the follow up emails. And you know where it got me? Utterly exhausted, completely empty, and with a business that was just stuck. See, both spiritually as well as financially. Chasing and not connecting authentically, being desperate and not curious, pushing to get, not give. It wasn't until I realized I really dug into what the Bible says about connection that everything finally clicked. So, what if there's a better way? A divine strategy. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can ditch the world's way and start walking in God's plan for authentic relationships, the kind that lead to explosive growth and more referrals than I could ever handle on my own. See, we're in the dining room today, building our faith-based business, and it's all about relationships. Who's seated at your table will make or break your business. So for today, how I learned to attract customers easily, the dining room does hold the key to business growth. Is it people skills that equal profits, right? Or how do you attract your ideal customer? Number one, the dining room is all about relationships, authentically connecting. It's not that you would invite everyone to come over to your house, right? You don't invite them all to come in, have dinner with you, and you're cooking this big meal and you don't know anybody sitting at the table. You don't invite everyone, but you invite the right ones. When you do, you're curious about what they're doing. You're asking them questions about their business. You're asking them about themselves. You're focusing on their needs and not yours. It's people over profits. And the Bible tells us to be hospitable. See, now the world will tell you that you have to network. Your network equals your net worth. And the stats seem to back it up. We've all heard that something like 85% of jobs are filled through networking and that it opens up massive opportunities. And while those numbers might be true in a worldly sense, they don't paint the full picture, do they? They don't tell you about the burnout, the pressure to be fake, and that gross, nagging feeling that you're just a transaction. Some say it's like dating, speed dating, if you would. But I don't know about that. See, if the person isn't interested, are you still going to chase them? Networking should be meeting new people to expand your mind, not your bank account. So let's just be real for a second. Think about the last networking event that you went to, or even just scrolling through your DMs. The forced smiles, the canned elevator pictures, that subtle, awkward dance where you're both scanning the room or in the profile to see if there's something, it might be somebody that's more important to talk to. It feels like a game, and it is a game that puts us all in a posture of taking. The whole system is built on one desperate, silent question. What can you do for me? We slap on a professional mask, hiding in our struggles because the world tells us that vulnerability is weakness, and we're taught to project success at all costs. That's the world's way. That's a system of frantic, self reliant hustle. We run from event to event, collecting contacts like trophies, but our hearts and our businesses stay completely malnourished. We end up with a phone full of contacts, but no real community. A pocket full of business cards, but not a single person we can call when things really get tough or really to refer our business. So this counterfeit connection is so exhausting because it's totally outside of God's design. It's based on striving, not abiding. It's rooted in fear of missing out, not in the faith that God will provide. The world screams, hustle harder. And we say, no. But what is God whispering? He's saying, connect deeper. What if the kingdom approach isn't about being in every single room, but about being fully present in the rooms that God places you in? This is the fundamental shift, the royal shift that we have to make. We have to trade the world's frantic blueprint for God's divine strategy. So, Galatians chapter number 6, verse 7 says, "Don't be deceived. God is not mocked. A man reaps that which he sows. As a man soweth, that shall he reap," in the King James. This is a spiritual law and a huge business application. So instead of walking into a room asking, "What can I get?" you have to train yourself to walk in asking, "What can I give?" Who here can I bless? Who can I encourage? Whose business can I add real value to with zero expectation of getting anything back? Now, this isn't just about being a nice person. When you do this, this is a powerful strategy. When you focus on sowing seeds of generosity, encouragement, and genuine help, you activate a heavenly principle. That's right. Your focus has to shift from collecting to sowing. When you operate as a giver, you align yourself with God's heart, and He, the Lord of the harvest, will make sure that you reap far more than what you ever take for your own. Let's go back to the community because there's a power in the dining room table and it's cultivating community. See, community is nurturing and pouring and not just gathering for the sake of your ego. God's plan for connection is built around the dining table, not the conference hall. While big events have their place, real lasting relationships, the kind that generate referrals, are almost never built on a handshake or a 30-second pitch. They're built through hospitality. They're built in community. See, in the Bible, sharing a meal was a huge deal. It's a symbol of trust, fellowship, and covenant. In Romans, the 12th chapter and the 13th verse, it tells us to share with the Lord's people who are in need and practice hospitality. This isn't just a nice idea for your personal lives. It should be. It is a powerful blueprint for our professional lives as well. So what does this actually look like? It means that you get intentional about creating spaces for real connections. Maybe it's literally inviting a couple of other business owners to your home for dinner. You can have a mastermind or as well, a small mastermind group on Zoom where you have some honest conversations about your struggles, celebrate your wins, and actually pray for one another. It's about getting past the superficial and creating an environment where people feel seen, heard, and valued, not for their potential to help you, but for who they are. When you create this dining room culture, you build a trust on a level that traditional networking can't even touch. People stop seeing you as just another vendor and they start seeing you as a partner, a friend, and a trusted advisor. And who do we all refer businesses to? The people we know, like, and genuinely trust. That deep trust is built when you break bread together, whether it's literal or metaphorical. So, if you're tired of the empty hustle and you're ready to build your business on a foundation of authentic, God honoring connections, I want to help you get started. I invite you to book a Destiny Accelerator strategy call with me. It's 30 minutes to activate your destiny with a roadmap to get you to the next steps. You can go to my website, shantayhaynes.com/destiny, and I'll make sure I put the link in the description below. It's really my gift to you. But wait, hold up. I saved the most important for last. Don't you want the divine appointed referrals? Yeah, referrals because of excellence in service, not pushy marketing. See, this brings the most peace because we're trusting God's sovereignty and God's divine appointments. We learn to trust God's divine appointments instead of our own frantic hustle. Proverbs, the 16th chapter and the 9th verse says, "In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps." See, the world's way of attracting clients creates so much anxiety because it's put all the pressure squarely on you. You want to easily attract clients magnetically. You have to be in the right place, the right time, saying the right things to the right people according to the world. It's an impossible weight to carry. But when you operate with a kingdom mindset, you get to surrender the outcome to God. You get to remember that He is the master strategist. This means that your day starts with prayer, not with a panicked scroll through LinkedIn. It starts by asking, "Father, who do you want me to connect with today? Order my steps, orchestrate my conversations." When you pray like that, you shift from the striving to the expectant faith. You start seeing every single conversation as a potential divine appointment. And trusting in divine appointments frees you from the pressure of being everywhere. It gives you the wisdom to say no to the things that aren't for you and to give a wholehearted yes to the things that really are. This is the peace and the power of letting God establish your steps. So let's land the plane here. See, the world tells you to build a network. God invites you to cultivate a community. The world tells you to hustle and take. God invites you to serve and to sow. The world tells you to trust your own strategy. God invites you to trust in his divine appointments. This isn't a call to be passive. Far from it. It's a call to be powerfully and prayerfully active in a completely different way. It's about aligning what you do in your business with timeless, eternal principles. And when you do that, something amazing happens. The endless, soul crushing striving gets replaced by a supernatural peace. The shallow contacts are replaced by a deep, supportive community. And that desperate hunt for referrals is replaced by an overflow of business from people who are just drawn to the integrity and spirit of how you work. Your business is meant for so much more than just profit. It's a platform for ministry and a testimony to the faithfulness of God. So stop trying to build it with the world's broken tools. Unlock God's plan for connection and just watch what he does. I promise it will be more than you could ever ask or imagine. And if this message hits home for you, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notifications because we are going to keep exploring what it looks like to build a faith-based business on an unshakable biblical foundation. You're absolutely right. I'm Dr. Shantae Haynes, your Destiny Accelerator, empowering purpose-driven leaders just like you to walk boldly in identity, cultivate sustainable impact, and steward unstoppable success across faith, family, and future generations. I'm equipping you to build a brand, business, or best-selling book and helping you ultimately to put feet to your faith so that you can walk victoriously. So I'll see you in the next video as we go to even a bigger gathering place. It's called the Great Room. See you then.